Later on the show, we'll be discussing the issue of opinion polls. Are they still important as we approach the next general elections? At KTN News KE is our Twitter handle. Use the hashtag Newsline. Start the conversation there. My Twitter handle is at Fred Indimule. Now, President Uhuru Kenyatta is tomorrow, Wednesday, expected to lead Kenyans in marking this year's Mashujaa Day celebrations. The event, which will be held in Kirinyaga County and graced by Malawian President Lazarus Chakwera as a chief guest, will be Uhuru's last Mashujaa Day to officiate as head of state. And as our senior political affairs reporter Chris Thairo reports, among the issues that the president is expected to address includes the territorial boundary fight between Kenya and Somalia, the lifting of the curfew, corruption, as well as succession politics.
After officiating 8 successful Mashujaa Day celebrations as the country's 4th head of state and government, President Uhuru Kenyatta is now set to grace his last Mashujaa Day while in office Wednesday in Kirinyaga County. The stage is already set, and Malawian President Lazarus Chakwera, who took over office in June last year, will be the chief of guest in the celebrations, where a number of Kenyans will be honored for their bravery deeds. Given that these will be the second Mashujaa Day celebrations under the COVID-19 pandemic, Kenyans will be expecting a detailed plan on how the government intends to ensure every Kenyan is vaccinated against the pandemic, as well as plans to resuscitate the economy, which includes lifting the 10 p.m. 4 a.m. night curfew, which has now been in force for almost 20 months now.
The economic hardships continue to bite several sectors of our economy. The transport sector, the small-scale trader sector, the hospitality sector, and the message that is coming through is that it is time that the curfew is lifted.
Also expected in his speech is how his government is dealing with the diplomatic tiff between Kenya and Somalia, which continues to threaten and compromise the security situation and trade between the two neighboring countries due to the coastal maritime dispute.
The recent installation of the Kenya Navy base Manda will significantly improve maritime security. In addition, the establishment of the Kenya Shipyards Limited at the Kenya Navy base Mutongwe, as well as the Kisumu Shipyard, will improve our naval capabilities, while at the same time contributing to our blue economy.
Kenyans will also be expecting an elaborate brief on how his regime has managed to fight corruption, given his revelation that the country loses 2 billion shillings daily due to corruption. The president might also take the opportunity to address the nation on the Pandora Papers that linked him and members of his family as owning offshore accounts and assets.
The fundamental issue in this country which is causing us problems is corruption. So we have seen a president who at one stage was wondering before, in the presence of agencies that are concerned, and he confessed that, look, I have financed you. You have the budget. Why can't you deliver? So that showed us that we have some systemic problem somewhere.
If he is going to tackle corruption from tomorrow, like he says, and he promises, it's never too late. He can tackle it even within 3 months. He can tackle it within 6 months. He has a whole 9 months to do that. If he can do that, we shall always remember him that at the end of his term, he did proud for this country.
The Mashujaa Day celebrations will also provide an opportunity for President Uhuru Kenyatta to come face to face with his rebellious deputy William Ruto as the 2022 succession war intensifies. While Ruto continues with his aggressive campaigns to occupy the house on the hill, the president has on the other hand made it clear that he is not his preferred successor.
Uhuru is our Modamaki. Somebody who has been our kingpin for 10 years, definitely he has a God-given role to give some more form of guidance. And this is our culture.
He has sent signals in terms of what he expects of his preferred successor, the person that he expects would consolidate the gains that he has made so far, ever since he took over power, and of course even right from the days of the former president.
The president will also be expected to elaborate the status of his various projects that will determine his legacy when he leaves office next year. Meanwhile, at least 100,000 people in Kirinyaga County have been vaccinated against COVID-19. Chris Dairo, KTN News.
Deputy President William Ruto has concluded his 6-day tour of the coastal region in a charm offensive seeking to win